Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will continue to strike Iran and Lebanon, even as the US considers a ceasefire. Netanyahu saying there's more to come.
I spoke to our friend President Trump. He believes that there is a chance to leverage the significant achievements of the IDF and the United States military to realize the war objectives in an agreement that will safeguard our vital interests. At the same time, we continue to strike both in Iran and Lebanon. We are crushing their missile and nuclear programs and continue to severely damage Hezbollah. Just a few days ago, we eliminated more nuclear scientists, and there's more to come. We will protect our vital interests in any situation.
Benjamin Netanyahu there. I mean, Kethevane, Israel doesn't seem to be ready, really, to bring this war to an end.
No, because the Israelis, unlike the American, had very clear war objective: completely destroy the Iranian nuclear program, completely destroy Iran's ballistic missile program, and continue to strike and strike and strike repeatedly at the heart of the Iranian regime in order to topple that regime or have enough pressure on the regime that the Iranian people could follow up with an uprising and get rid of that regime. Because Israel views the Iranians as an existential threat, not simply as a possible threat, but really they want to get rid of that regime. And so all of those goals are not yet done for the Israelis. Yes, the nuclear program has been in parts obliterated, as the U.S. president said. Yes, the ballistic program has been widely degraded. Yes, there have been a lot of figures of the regime that have been eliminated, yet the regime still stands. The strikes, the missiles keep coming on Israel, and there is still that enriched uranium in Iran. And so for the Israelis, this is not done at all. And even before Donald Trump's announcement, they had said that we're going to keep going for weeks and weeks. The question really for the Israelis and for Benjamin Netanyahu is, how do you do that if Donald Trump wants to get out and wants to stop that war? And we saw it in that statement. He made it very clear that he was, on board with the U.S. president, didn't go full on in saying very openly, we're going to keep doing this. But he did say, we will safeguard our vital interests under any circumstance. The question is, can the Israelis eventually do that without the United States? There's, of course, the question of the logistical support of the United States. We know, for example, that the refueling of the Israeli jets happens thanks to the Americans. But also, if Donald Trump wants to end this war, can the Israelis continue? That is about Iran. The question of Lebanon is a completely different issue, because for Donald Trump, these things seem to be separated, even though we all see and we all know that they are very much interlinked. But for the Israelis, they're going to try as best as they can to keep this going and possibly try their best to prevent any deal from happening if these negotiations that we're talking about actually do happen and the Iranians and the Americans somehow manage to come to some sort of an agreement.